Good morning, namaste everyone. Well, I've gotten the second letter from this Jenna, whoever the heck is playing Jenna. And so I'm going to read it because you know that I'm about transparency. Okay? Always have been. Okay? So we're going to go through this from, again, Truth is God. And, again, this is not the way an investigative reporter should act. 100% not. Whoever this person is, they come at you in an adversarial way. You're guilty until you prove yourself innocent. Since when is that a proponent of this country? Okay? Okay, it says they wrote their thing at 4:01 a.m. Now, who's going to be up writing at 4:01 a.m.? Okay. It says you. Hello, thank you for replying on here and on YouTube. Our investigation is still in its infancy, and we are already facing threats from the devotees of the gurus who are being investigated. Well, I guarantee not from any of my students you're not. And if you are, I'd like to know who, because it's not tolerated here. We don't run that type of a path here. The path here is number one hallmarks: honesty, integrity, transparency. If anybody in this path were doing threats to somebody, they would be gone in a heartbeat. I guarantee it. So don't come here and say how many threats. Oh, I guarantee you're facing threats from Nityananda. They're nasty, okay? It's not a spiritual path. Okay? Get a clue. I faced threats from them from day one. And continue. Continue. Not only them, I get threats from all over the place with people that one guy wanted to do an interview. I told him, you can do an interview, that's fine, but you can't cut it. You can't change it. You can't do anything. You have to do it as it's filmed. He took it and cut it in every way, shape, form imaginable. And then was the nastiest person you'd ever want to see. He claimed to be this great psychologist with thousands of people. Okay? And he wasn't. He's a hypnotherapist. Okay? And because we're not vegetarians on this path, he came after me big time. Okay? I've dealt with this from day one. Okay? And continue to deal with it. Okay? It says, hence, we are using a secure email and not divulging our full names. Well, you're being dishonest, okay? I'm sorry, but you're being dishonest with me. And you think that's right? You want me to be totally honest with you, which I'm doing. I'm honoring and giving you that time, but you're not being honest with me. Okay? What, you can't take the heat? I've taken the heat for how many years from these people? Oh, you don't like the threats? I've dealt with them for years. Okay? How's it feel to be in the fire? You should try it for a number of years, okay? You should try it for a number of years, okay? Be in my position, okay? We are in no way affiliated with Nityananda. Well, that remains to be seen, since you're not divulging who you are. I don't know who you are, do I? Okay? You're being deceptive. I don't like that. Like I said, truth, honesty, integrity. You're not having integrity here. I don't care what you say. You are not having integrity. You're not coming at me being honest. Okay? You're being deceptive. You're hiding who you are. you're hiding where you're at? And so you want to say you're an investigative reporter, above board? Well, you're not showing me that at all. I'm honest with you, okay? And again, you tell me one of my devotees, a genuine devotee of mine, not somebody that watches some YouTube things, because there are a lot of Nityananda people that are actually subscribed to my channel because they want to see exactly what's coming out the minute it comes out. I have a handful of students that I work with. A handful. Okay? That's it. Okay? So again, if you are having any threats from any of my students, I would appreciate to know who it is. Because I don't allow that nonsense here. This is not what they're taught. Okay. We have spoken to your followers. Really? What followers? I know most of my followers, and none of anybody that I know has been spoken with. Okay? So I'd like to know, what followers have you spoken with? On the condition of anonymity, a couple of them have corroborated the claims. What couple of them? You mean the couple of people that left? That reported to that heinous site run by that kidnapping crap? Okay? Those are not students of mine. Okay? And all the nonsense that they reported on that site, as if, as if she really knew me, don't know me. Okay? So I'd like to know what students you've been speaking with, because all of them, one of your closest followers claims none of your followers have ever been enlightened and is on the verge of cutting ties with you. Fine. If that's true, they can go. Nobody's holding anyone here. I don't promise anyone enlightenment. Never have. It took me 40 years. 40 long, long years. And I tell people it takes lifetimes. This is not something you join and in a year you're going to get enlightened. That's bullshit. Okay? It's not the way it happens. So if there is actually, which I don't believe you, but if there is actually one of my closest, because I know my closest devotees, okay? What do you say are the closest devotees? Somebody that's watched the videos? What? Okay. If that's true, they know they can leave at any time. Nobody's holding anyone here. No one's forcing anyone to be here. Nobody has any commitment to be here. They run their lives. They do what they want. There are no rules and regulations here of what they have to do and what they can't do. They have their own lives. So this is nonsense. What you're saying is 100% unadulterated nonsense. Is there anyone else we can talk to? Oh, now you come and ask? Now you want to know? After you've got these drummed up, Lord knows where you got them from? I tell you what, you come to me and you be honest with who you are, and if you are honestly an investigative reporter that's above board, we have no problem. I've been honest 100% straight down the line. I've been honest with my students. And I've been honest with all this stuff. But you have to understand, I get this crap every single day. Every single day, I get somebody that comes out of the woodwork that has an axe to grind, and they use you as a target. Nothing to do with me. But because we're not vegetarian, I get used as a target. Okay? Somebody comes in with fake ideas, they don't hear what they want to hear, they go off on a rampage. It has nothing to do with me. Okay? Again. So let's see what else. Regarding blackmail, you yourself are on table admitting to it. I'm telling you, when you come to me, you send me a letter that says you've got 2 days or I'm going to publish this. What the heck do you call it? What do you call it? Is that an upstanding way to do things? I don't think so. What do you call it? We're going to publish a bunch of lies, a bunch of hearsay, a bunch of crap that we've grown and we've put together from these sites that have nothing to do but hate? Oh, is that your big investigative reporter? Is that the way you run things? Okay? Not on facts. But you go to sites that know is dirty. Where again, people can say anything as long as it's hate-filled. And if you have someone there that wants to stand up for their truth, the reality of what's happening, it's not allowed to be put. So is that what you're talking about? Okay? It says, claiming conversation between guru and disciple is not bound by confidentiality. Hey, when people come in and we do interviews, we do things, they are asked first if it can be published. Okay? Nothing was put online that they didn't have their express permission at the time to do it. So I don't know where you're coming from, but this is nonsense. And if you want to see what's actually there, how nasty the threats that were there, which I haven't revealed, which is dark as you can get. So I'm sick and tired of tried to be put on a crucified, nailed to this thing because of some bullshit drama. There's somebody that's left that lied the whole time they're here. And then they got outed for lying and got their nose in a twist. Okay? I've done nothing wrong. If I had done something so egregiously wrong, okay, then they could have sued me. Okay? But that hasn't happened. Why? Because I've never done what they are accusing me of. Okay? You can make any accusation you want against anyone. And then if you want to look for dirt, who are you going to believe? The one that's lying and making up false dirt? Because that's what you're looking for, that's what you want to find. Or the one that you're sitting there telling you the truth, being honest with you, but I don't believe you because I heard this dirt. So that must be true. Okay? Unbelievable. Shouldn't a guru be guided by morals more than law? I am guided by morals. And you know what? The students that come on this path are supposed to be guided by morals as well. And when they don't, and they're lying to you, okay? Oh, that's okay? I guess that's okay. If they come in, they're deceptive and they're lying. That's okay. Okay? And you have no recourse as a guru but to pat them on the head and say, that's okay. Continue to lie. Continue to be deceptive. Okay? I think I know who you're talking about that says they're so close to me. They were never close to me. They don't know me. They've never been to my place. Never, ever, ever. Okay? This is who you're, the only person I can think of that you're talking to, and they're not a student of mine, haven't been for years. Okay? There's only one person I know that claims, oh, I'm so close and I know all the inner workings. They know nothing. It's all lies and fabricated bullshit. Okay? That person, you know, I drove cross country on my own dime to help them many times. Okay? You have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, regarding pornographic and dating sites, we've asked websites to verify your IP address if it's ever accessed the sites, and that will expose the truth. Why don't you access who started that? Who put it in there? Why don't you access that? Please find that IP address because I'd like to have it. I'd like to have it checked out. 100%. Please. You do that, okay? And let me know. Regarding this sexual misconduct, we have no choice but to believe the victims. What victims? I stay in my house, I see no one. I work on the internet. Now, unless I can reach through the internet and touch somebody, you tell me how that's working. Okay? You tell me how that's working. Victims. What victims? Absolute bullshit and nonsense. I worked over the internet, mainly, because I want to help people wherever they're at. So you tell me how that's working, that I am sexually doing sexual misconduct on an internet. Okay? Absolute nonsense. Very hypocritical of you to point fingers at other gurus. Really? When you know somebody's lying and you know they're conning people, and you've stood for truth, and you're running an honest path, and you're actually working to bring people to further their spiritual thing, and you see these con artists that are out for nothing but money, claiming to be a sannyas, genuinely abusing these people, sexually abusing them, making them sign these tantric things, fake things. And you think, why? Why is it okay if you go out after them and it's not okay if I say anything? I'm in this field. Do you not see something wrong with that? I'm actually in this field. I am a guru. I did walk the path. I did it for 40 years of my life. And then have given back what knowledge I gained along the way. And I see all these fake gurus using and abusing people. Thank God some of them are dead now, that were pedophiles. And you come and accuse me of sexual misconduct. And I have no one around me. Do you see anybody around me here? Okay? Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So yes, I don't give a rat's ass what you think. I'm going to continue to stand up. Okay? We chose to believe your victim and support the growing hashtag Me Too movement against you. There is no freaking Me Too movement against me, okay? I am not Nityananda. I'm not betting people. I'm not claiming to be a sannyas, wearing orange and going to bed with these people. Never have I ever sexually abused anyone. Unbelievable. You should be ashamed of yourself. Really. I'm telling you, whoever this is, you should be ashamed of yourself for what you're writing and how you're acting and coming at me and sending me this letter. Whoever you are, whether you're Nityananda people or you're not, or some loose nut on the internet, because I get a lot of those too. Not every guru, not every teacher is a sexual predator, okay? And I'd like to know this list of people I'm supposed to be having sexual relations with. Because again, I'm in Florida, I live alone. I do my work over the internet. So you tell me how that equates out to sexually abusing people. Okay? And again, you should know, if you are a figure on the internet, you get a lot of whack jobs out there proclaiming all sorts of crap, which is not true, because they have an axe to grind with gurus in general. Okay? And again, I've dealt with that for a lot of years. But I'll absolutely 100% not going to take being called a sexual predator. 100% I'm not going to allow you to do that to me. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay? And you should have to deal with what I deal with on a daily basis. Because I stand up and I'm honest, I get a lot of flack from a lot of groups. They don't like, again, that I'm not vegetarian. They don't like that I sit there and tell the truth about stuff. They don't like it. Okay? And before you go and make all these assumptions, I would like to see the names of these people that are so-called great devotees of mine, if I even know them. Guaranteed, I probably, 90% of people that make these types of claims against you have never met you. Never once have I spoken with them in person. Never once. Okay? So, again, either you're honest with me, which you haven't been, okay? So what does that say about you? Really look at it. What does that say about you? You come in, you start writing me these letters, start making these assumptions, start making these claims, start pointing your finger at me, and you need to prove you're not this, not this, not this, not this. Who are you? I call your integrity into question. I call your morality into question because, again, you're not being honest. Oh, we're getting threats. Well, I get threats every day. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. So whoever you are and whatever game you're playing, I'm not appreciating it. I'm not appreciating being told, that, oh, your closest people are accusing you of all these things. It's nonsense. 100% nonsense. Okay? So either you be honest with who's forthcoming, or you step off. One of the two. It's really sad when you spend 40 years of your life to do a spiritual path, and you come out of it and all you want to do is help people. Again, I've never charged. I don't make people sign, lifetimes things. There's not hot and cold running devotees around serving me. Okay? I work over the internet. And all I've done is try to give out the best knowledge that I can to help people that are actually in a Kundalini awakening, because you have no idea how difficult that is. I'm not here to play games with people. I'm not here to tell the popular spiel, you have to be a vegetarian and wear white and everything is la la land, and you're going to have great powers and you're going to have all this. I don't do that. I'm honest with the people. And a lot of people don't want honesty. They want the fantasy. And I'm not going to give them the fantasy. I'm going to give them the honesty. To walk that type of spiritual path takes a lot of years, a lot of dedication. It's not easy. And the only one that can do it is they have to do it themselves. I cannot do it for them. I cannot promise them enlightenment. I cannot promise them anything. It's their path, their life. They have to walk it. Okay? So there. Now you have it in a nutshell. And I wouldn't doubt it's a bunch of, again, Nichananda people saying that they are my devotees, and once again trying to set me up like they have tried to do, and which I'm sure those are the ones you're getting the threats from. Okay? Enjoy it. Okay? Enjoy it. Because I've dealt with those people for years and continue to deal with them day by day by day. They first started out with all the threats. Okay? And they've gotten more nefarious as the time goes by. Okay? So again, if you can be an investigative reporter, and you can talk against gurus, and you can talk against their practices, why, as a guru, am not allowed the same benefit? When you know the truth from the error, I guess I should just shut my mouth and say nothing. Okay? Think about that, okay? If you were a genuine guru, and you actually had the knowledge, and you know there are a bunch of them out there conning people, lying to people, ruining their lives, would you not stand up and say something? Would that not be the ethical and moral thing to do? Think about it. Namaste.